Did you know that a staggering 70% of adults in the US report experiencing stress or anxiety daily, yet ignore self-care practices that could help? It's a shocking fact, isn't it? In the rush of our modern lives, we often neglect the very thing that can keep us balanced: self-care. Now you might ask, what exactly is self-care? Well, it's not just about bubble baths and spa days. It's about taking active steps to maintain or improve your health, both mentally and physically. It could be as simple as taking a few minutes a day to meditate, taking a walk in the park, or even just ensuring you get a good night's sleep. Why is it essential? Consider this. Our bodies and minds are like intricate machines, constantly working, constantly under stress. Ignoring self-care is like ignoring a car's maintenance. Eventually it breaks down. So let's not wait till it's too late. Let's prioritize self-care today. Meet John. A few years ago, John was part of the 70%, overwhelmed, stressed and burnt out. John was your everyday man. He had a 9-to-5 job, a family to take care of, and a mortgage to pay off. He was constantly juggling between his professional responsibilities and personal commitments. He was always busy, always rushing to meet deadlines, always trying to tick off tasks from his never-ending to-do list. He was part of the 70% of people who experience stress and burnout in their lives. John's days were consumed by work, his nights by worry. His health was deteriorating, his relationships were strained, and his happiness was slipping away. He was trapped in a vicious cycle of stress and burnout with no end in sight. Then, one day, he stumbled upon an article about self-care. It was a concept he wasn't familiar with. The idea of prioritizing his own well-being seemed alien, almost selfish. But he was desperate for a change. So, he decided to give it a try. John started small. He began by carving out 10 minutes every day just for himself. He used this time to meditate, to breathe, to simply exist without any agenda. He started eating healthy, making sure he was nourishing his body with good food. He began to prioritize sleep, understanding that his body and mind needed rest to function optimally. John also started investing time in activities he enjoyed. He rekindled his love for painting, something he hadn't done since his college days. He started going for regular walks in nature, appreciating the beauty around him. He made it a point to spend quality time with his loved ones, cherishing the joy of togetherness. John realized that self-care wasn't selfish. It was necessary. It wasn't about neglecting his responsibilities, but about ensuring he was in the best shape to fulfill them. He understood that he couldn't pour from an empty cup. He needed to take care of himself first to be able to take care of others. Over time, John noticed changes. He felt less stressed, less overwhelmed. His health improved, his relationships strengthened, and his happiness returned. He was more productive at work, more present at home. He felt more in control of his life, more at peace with himself. John's transformation didn't happen overnight. It was a journey of self-discovery, self-love, and self-care. It required commitment, effort, and patience. But it was worth it. John was no longer part of the 70%. He was part of the 30% who prioritized their well-being, who understood the importance of self-care. John's life didn't transform overnight. It took time, but he began to see changes. His stress levels decreased, he felt happier, and he became more productive. So how did John do it? How did self-care transform his life? You may be wondering, it wasn't magic, nor was it an overnight success. It was a series of small, consistent steps that John took in his daily life that, when added up, had a significant impact. Let's start with meditation. John began to start each day with just 10 minutes of quiet reflection. This simple practice helped him to quiet his mind, focus his thoughts, and set a positive tone for the rest of the day. The power of this small act of self-care cannot be overstated. It was the foundation on which he built his journey of transformation. Next, he incorporated regular exercise into his routine. It wasn't about becoming a marathon runner or a bodybuilder. It was simply about moving his body in a way that felt good to him. A brisk walk, a bicycle ride, a yoga session. Regular exercise not only improved his physical health, but it also boosted his mood and energy levels. Then came the aspect of healthy eating. John made a conscious decision to fuel his body with foods that were nutritious and beneficial. He didn't follow a strict diet, but instead he chose to eat mindfully, savoring each bite and appreciating the nourishment it provided. This shift in perspective transformed his relationship with food and contributed to his overall well-being. Finally, John understood the importance of adequate sleep. He realized that his body needed time to rest and rejuvenate. Instead of burning the midnight oil, he started to prioritize a good night's sleep. The result? Increased productivity, improved mood, and enhanced mental clarity. The effects of these self-care practices on John's life were profound. His physical health improved, his mental health stabilized, and his overall well-being skyrocketed. It didn't happen overnight, but with consistent effort and dedication, John transformed his life through the power of self-care. John's story shows us the transformative power of self-care. You might be wondering, how can I start my self-care journey? Let's dive right into it. Self-care is not just about bubble baths and scented candles, though they can be part of it. It's about taking care of your mind, body, and spirit in ways that resonate with you. It's about fostering a lifestyle that promotes your overall well-being. So where do you start? Start small. Often we tend to overlook the power of small actions and how they can lead to significant changes over time. It could be as simple as drinking an extra glass of water each day. Hydration is an essential part of our physiological well-being, and just this small act can improve your mood, energy levels, and overall health. Another small step could be dedicating 5 minutes each day to mindfulness or meditation. This practice can help reduce stress, improve focus, and foster a sense of calm. It might seem insignificant, but over time, these precious 5 minutes can become a sanctuary in your busy day. Next, consider incorporating physical activity into your routine. This doesn't mean you have to start training for a marathon. A 15-minute walk around your neighborhood, a short yoga session, or even an impromptu dance party in your living room can work wonders. Physical activity releases endorphins, the body's natural feel-good hormones, and can help improve your mood and energy levels. Nutrition is another crucial aspect of self-care. Nourishing your body with balanced meals can help you feel good both physically and mentally. This doesn't mean you have to completely overhaul your diet. Small changes can make a big difference. Try adding 1 more serving of vegetables to your meals, swapping a processed snack for a piece of fruit, or experimenting with a new healthy recipe each week. Finally, don't forget about your emotional and mental health. Make time for activities that bring you joy and help you unwind. It could be reading a book, painting, listening to your favorite music, or even just sitting in silence. Find what makes you feel good and make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. And remember, self-care is not about perfection. It's okay to have off days. What's important is that you're making an effort to prioritize your well-being. If you miss a day of exercise or mindfulness, don't beat yourself up. Instead, see it as an opportunity to practice self-compassion, a vital aspect of self-care. It's also worth noting that self-care isn't always comfortable. Sometimes it involves setting boundaries, saying no, or confronting uncomfortable emotions. But remember, these actions are essential for your well-being, even if they feel challenging in the moment. Remember, self-care is not a one-size-fits-all. Find what works for you and make it a part of your life. Take this journey 1 step at a time, and before you know it, you'll be on your way to a healthier, happier, and more balanced life. Your health and well-being are in your hands. And that's not just a snappy saying, it's a fundamental truth. We've talked about the shocking truth, the transformation journey, the power of self-care, and your personal self-care journey. Now, it's time to take action. Self-care isn't just about pampering yourself. It's about understanding your needs, physically, emotionally, and mentally. It's about taking the time to listen to your body and mind and responding with kindness and respect. It's about nourishing yourself from the inside out. So what's the final call? It's a call to action. It's a call to prioritize yourself. It's a call to start your self-care journey today. Because the best time to start anything is now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when you think you'll have more time. Right now. So don't wait for tomorrow. Start your self-care journey today. Your future self will thank you.